testing the audio stream. You guys can hopefully hear me. If anybody signs on, hopefully y'all can hear me. Getting ready to go live in a minute. Showing I got audio in the output. So hopefully I've got audio. Let's try this again.
MK2 Sabers requires a lot of work on engineering, drilling, smoothing, tapping, setting, imagining, cutting, stripping, twisting, dipping, tin it, pin it, wire it, fire it, lock it, rust it, swing it, bash it. MK2 Sabers.
Bam! Hopefully we're working now. Sorry about the audio glitch on the last live. Now we're not going to have any viewers, but it's okay. This really isn't a live video intended for a live audience, but if we get some chat, we'll certainly entertain it. So, what I wanted to say was this is an update for a couple of people. This is a Saber for Tony Tseng, and this is a Romans Props Mark 1. This was installed by the Proplicator, and it is installed with Profi 1.5. It also has the crystal chamber in the grenade section. The one thing I wanted to say about this Saber for Tony, hey Rich, can you hear me, Rich? Because I was having microphone problems before, so I want to make sure that you can hear me now. I'm showing I got volume in the thing now, so. But at any rate, what I wanted to talk about with Tony is I have upgraded this Saber with, I basically took the Proplicator's config file and worked on it and modified it and upgraded it to OS 5.7. But the one thing that I wanted to say, Tony, is this is the blade plug that he made for this Saber. I have put a test blade in this Saber, and the only thing in the socket on this thing, you can see how small that blade plug is. The only thing in the socket on this thing is the very, very, very tip of the blade. Stand by. Should have brought a test blade over here anyway. The only thing that goes in there is the very tip, the butt end of the blade, and it wiggles around in there. It's really loose. I did not do this. This was not my install on this Saber, but because of this, this is a display only Saber. This is I wouldn't do anything with this Saber, but this is a shelf queen, and that's what you need to view this as. I am not the biggest expert on these thin necks, and I don't know how to make this better. I know on my OWK it's a little bit different, but it is what it is. I didn't install this Saber. I'm just, all I did was the config upgrade on it. So the kill key's in the back there. I'm going to pull out the kill key, and I'm going to put the hilt back on. It has, I didn't have that tight. It does have, I guess I need to get that tight. It does have battle mode on OS 5.7. But your Mark 1 is done, Tony. So this thing will be ready to ship once you get your package that I just sent. Let me know, and hopefully we'll get this bad boy off. Next, this is your OWK. Again, I did not do the install on this Saber. Tony sent it to me to basically upgrade the config, and I did. I had to do some crazy stuff, but I think we've upgraded the config. Your kill key is there. It's a twist and kill key. It's a very small speaker on these things. This is your power button. Your auxiliary is the jewel. And also you can expose the crystal chamber by undoing your Saber clip. And you have to loosen the pommel so you can spin the handle around. But there's your crystal chamber. There's your crystal chamber. And I believe you can put your Saber belt clip back on there while it's open, but it's not really threading. It doesn't matter. I don't think it's really designed to be played with like that. But that is your crystal chamber on there. And I had to modify the chassis so I could get at the programming port, but you know, I think it's okay. So let's close the crystal chamber back up and put this thing back together. I'm going to put your Saber clip back in. And this one is equipped with battle mode. I'm going to go ahead and put a blade in this sucker so you can see this one running. I'm going to have to go get a 7/8 inch blade. I didn't get a 7/8 inch blade out. Stand by. Oh, I have one sitting right there on my workbench. I was like, where's my 7/8 inch blade at? It's right there. But I'm going to go ahead and take the blade plug out of this sucker so you guys can see this thing has battle mode. Ignited. And let's pop this blade in here. And battle mode. And you know, you can see it's got melt effects. Which that's pretty awesome. And it has tip drag too. Whoop. There's a tip drag. And my hand's now melted. So Tony, all the fonts are the same on this as they were when I got it. I just upgraded the blade styles on the configs. And upgraded your crystal chamber blade styles. So there's the one it comes with. OWK dual battle. So basically that's it. If you want anything else on this, Tony, let me know, but basically that's it. It's basically the same sound fonts that were installed on it when you sent it to me. I just upgraded the config file and cleared the memory cache off the SD card. And the blade plug on there works. You can see it illuminated here in the... But this one has the same motion gestures as your Saber that I sent. You have swing on. You have swing on again. You have stab on. And you have twist on. And twist off. Remember, twist off. What's not good? What's not good, Max? But that's that Saber. Trying to wait and hear what's not good from Max. Yeah, I don't know what was going on with that. You know, my computer updated last night and I don't know, it screwed up the sound on that first time I went live, but that's the OWK Tseng. So that's for Tseng. And then, oh, internet was refreshing. Oh, you didn't miss too much, Max. I just showed the OWK and basically explained why this is really a shelf queen. So, of course, Tony, the MK1 does have your gesture ignition swing on, twist on, twist off, and thrust on. And battle mode. So I turned the other stream off and started a new one. So this is, yeah, well, Darth Vader, you know, if you tune in on my Monday videos, we talk about this a lot. You don't need to know code to do this. You don't need to know code. I think probably the hardest part that everyone has with Profis is, especially on Windows computers, is getting the driver set up so that your computer recognizes Profis. Outside of that, I can set up a Profi quicker than I could set up an igniter board and quicker than I can set up a CFX, just because I've done so many of them. And it's just like anything else, the more you do, the easier it gets, but there's absolutely zero coding involved. You can code if you want, but all the code that you need is already there and written. Yeah, it's audio now, Bion. We're on. But, you know, the blade styles and the code that you can use and create, there's websites where you can go copy and paste. Here, I'll show you. We'll go to Fernando's website, Profi Board Library. I'm going to I'll try to, Saber came on. Let me try and copy this website into the chat. So his blade style website, you can get the code for whatever blade style you want. And basically you just copy and paste it right off his website. No, nope, not true, Darth Vader. You don't have to write any code for anything. I never shared that window. Let's share the window. So here's Fet's Profi Board blade style site. And, you know, he has videos of all the blade styles. And basically you just go to one you want. So let's say I'm working on a Saber that's OS 4.x or higher. And I'm actually working on a Saber that's OS 5.7. And then here you have all his blade styles for OS 5.7. And the very first one is standard lightsaber blades. And then you just click Get Style Code. And then you have your default color starts. You know, it has red, Jedi blue, deep sky blue. And then you just click on Customize Enhance. And you don't have to customize and enhance nothing or write nothing. And then all you do is put Get Style and it copies the code onto your clipboard and you paste it right into your config file, so you don't have to code anything. Yeah, you just have to learn how to. You need to learn the config file construction and the layout of it, and you know you have to learn how to add defines. But again, everything is copy and paste. There is no coding involved in Profi, none whatsoever. But at any rate, there's your shelf queen, Tony. This thing is a shelf queen. It was beautifully weathered. You know, by the Proplicator. You know, you have no blade depth on that emitter. But that's pretty much all you missed, Tony. Now next, this is the Starkiller hilt. Y'all been watching me build this. I may actually move these grips forward because some people are griping about it. I actually put them back because it seemed like they it just seemed like it fit better there, but some of the traditional guys are griping about it. So I may bring them back up before I sell this thing, but I did weather the chassis. Yeah, you can get those blade styles right on Fett's website. If you're watching Fernando's videos, he's showing you how to code and how to get into coding these blade styles. But again, that's for the people that are wanting to dive into that end of it. You don't have to do that. You can go right onto his website and get blade style codes. So this is the chassis on the Starkiller. I did some painting and weathering on this thing to make it look as rusty as the Starkiller is. And I think it came out good. You can see the Profi there. I'm probably going to copper clad the battery before I send this thing off, but you know, she looks pretty good. She's looking pretty good. But yeah, we'll that's the Starkiller. Next for Sarmiento, and this is a big one. Eric, I got your package today, and I got your battle brick. Now, funny thing is, I told Eric not to ship the battery for this battle brick, and then I get it, and I'm like, what is that? So, on a traditional 18650 protected circuit battery, it don't fit in there. So, Eric, I need you to send me a picture of whatever battery was in here, because a normal protected 18650 doesn't fit. Pretty creative what they did here and inside the Saber, but I have no idea how to power it on, but I'll need to get that figured out so we can put this thing together. And pretty unique install there. But yeah, Sarmiento, take a picture of the battery so I know which battery to use to put in here, because I'll need that to finish that Saber. I'm sure it's pretty cool. It looks pretty cool. I'm kind of excited to see all that in action. Next, your ESB Graflex, Sarmiento. It's safe. I have it. You know, we'll get this config programmed and up to speed for you. And I don't even remember what I programmed on this thing, but at any rate, I do have your ESB Graflex, and we'll upgrade your sound fonts. Yeah, I don't have a flat top 18650, but if it's a flat top, that's unprotected, and I don't know why they would use a non-protected circuit battery in there. Yeah, Melissa, so I got sound again, so we're good to go there. So I wanted to let Sarmiento know I have your ESB Graflex. The cool part is I did the install on this Saber. Love seeing my Sabers come back, especially when they're not coming back for repair, and this one's not. It's coming in for a config upgrade. So I'm pretty excited about doing the config upgrade on one of my already installed Sabers. Yeah, the battle brick. So there, it's big, it's heavy. It's a lot bigger than I imagined, but this is the Lego Saber, Melissa. I'll try and hold that up to the screen so you can see it. Let me get the scene bigger. There is the battle brick Saber, Melissa. Look how big that thing is. Oh yeah, Melissa. Anytime. Now, I'm sure 20 people will dislike this video. Don't take that personally. But this thing is enormous. Look at it. I don't know if Melissa can see that. I have to give her a moment, 'cause she's going to have to zoom in on the screen, because she's blind in one eye. But at any rate, yeah. So this is the battle brick, and yeah, I got to try to find a battery that works in that so I can upgrade the config on that. So I'm definitely, as you all can see, I'm definitely back to Saber building, and you know, I've got a bunch more Sabers to churn out. Once I do the config file on the battle brick and the Graflex, and get the 2 Obi-Wan Kenobi Sabers sent out, then we'll be hopefully building my Mentor Graflex, so that if somebody wants a Martin Beyer metal chassis or a Mentor chassis, I've built them, and I'm confident enough to take on those projects. But I need to know how long it takes me to build it. That's awesome, Melissa. You know, you keep working out with that Saber. I know it's big. You know, I've got a couple Sabers that are kind of big and heavy too, and you can definitely tell when you're wheeling one around that's bigger and heavier. You're definitely going to build some strength in your arm, which is good. But, you know, that's pretty much the update for Sarmiento and also for Tseng. And Tseng's got a package on the way, and when he gets it, then if all goes well with that, then we'll be sending off the 2 Obi-Wan Kenobi Sabers, one from the prequels, and then one from the OT. I love that Mark 1 hilt. It's absolutely beautiful. But, Tony, this thing is not designed for wielding a blade in it. It's just not. I'll do some more research on these Mark 1s, but mine's a lot different than that one. And mine looks installable with a lot of modifications, but, you know, these thin neck sabers are all a pain in the rear. But, I don't care either way, Colin. You know, some of my sabers are heavy and some of them are light. Oh, that's cool. That's cool. Another blind Star Wars fan on TRA. That's cool. Yeah, you know, I have my Dark Force Custom Sabers Transcendence, which is one of my favorite hilts. It's really light. And my Darth Nihilus, the MHS Saber, is really heavy, and so is Mako. My MHS Sabers are really heavy. But, yeah. So there's the update for tonight. I didn't mean to go live and for us to have this many viewers, but hopefully both Tony Tseng and Eric Sarmiento know that their stuff is safe. Safe at MK1 Sys Sabers, and we'll get it out as quick as I can. And check this out, y'all. Bam! Merch is coming. Merch! Which is awesome. Those are my samples for the merch store that I'm hoping to open up. Oh yeah, it's a Samsung. It's a Samsung Galaxy something or another. I don't know. Not that much into the phones, but oh yeah, that Transcendence. You know, I'll bring it and show it for those that haven't seen it. I got a mess over here from tearing open Sarmiento's package. This is my Dark Force Custom Sabers Transcendence Blood Soaked. And, you know, I installed this with Profi several years ago. After I did, so I installed one of these for K-Sith with Teensy Saber. And when I saw the hilt and saw the finished product, I'm like, oh my God, I need one of those. So I went out and bought one. And, you know, that's my daily beater. That's the one I carry with me everywhere. Not because it's necessarily my favorite hilt, but because you can do anything to this thing and you can't hurt it. It's super strong. This will make a great dueling hilt. I'm really hoping Dark Force Custom Sabers has a resurgence. They kind of faded away for a little while, but that hilt is fantastic. The engineering behind that hilt is, you know, pretty awesome. I love the thing. And this is the hilt that I do all my testing on when we're testing the new operating systems. Never thought about doing a Proto Saber, Colin. You know, that's... Oh, this is a TRA shirt, Melissa. I know you can't see it, but it's the TRA logo. And this, the TRA sold these sweatshirts for a fundraiser. I think they're doing it again this year. If I can find that link, I'll post it in your lightsaber post. I'll try to find the link and see if they're doing these sweatshirts, but it's definitely a TRA sweatshirt. So this is from the 2019 fundraiser to help keep the TRA site going, basically. It funds the TRA site. But yeah, I really didn't mean to go this long. Space Windu wants to do a Proto Saber. Hey, Space, I'm like Mondo excited to get the to get that stuff back. Hey, Space, are you going to go live and talk about blade pricing? Because I would love to hear that, because I think a lot of people really just like, well, why is the NeoPixel blade so expensive? And I'm like, yeah, well, you know, they cost a lot of money. You know, the blade supplies, the NeoPixels, and the time putting them together, especially the TriStars, copyright Space Windu, copyright, you know, civilized Sabers.com. And I'll be on watching it. This was an update for a bunch of commissions I've got going. And, you know, I have another commission behind me, which I'm working on. So it's a full desk. So I'm getting ready to churn out about 6 or 7 Sabers here. And then once they're all off my plate, then I can start working on the Mentor Graflex, which I'm pretty excited about that. Sweet. I'm excited to get that, Space. I think it would be pretty cool to build one of those blades, copyright civilizedSabers.com. And, yeah. Yeah. Yeah, I you know, building a blade's not just slapping a bunch of crap in some plastic and calling it done. You know, a lot of times I'll build a blade and I'm not happy with the diffusion, or, you know, you got a speck of dust in there or something you got to take out. I mean, building a blade takes hours to build them right. The new KR strip blades were easier to build, but even then, there's still a lot of work and art involved in it. It's not quite as simple as everyone makes it out to be, and anyone that, you know, built a NeoPixel blade knows that. Yeah, I saw that, Melissa. A P.O. box for fan mail. I don't have any fans. I could do that. I could do that. Yeah, so Space, you haven't done an enhanced red on a TriStar yet? I thought for sure that you'd done a photon green blade, but yeah, I have a photon green blade and an enhanced red blade ready to go. The only thing is, I think the photon tip is hollow, but I think the enhanced red tip is mirrored, so I'm going to have to drill that thing out, which that's going to suck. Yep. You know, NeoPixel blades are a lot of work. And, you know, they're definitely a lot of work. I'm glad, Rich. I know you were having a time there with that one Tricree, but yeah, I mean, the things Profi's doing right now are pretty crazy. Yeah, that's right, Melissa. The thumbs down, actually, the YouTube algorithm looks at it as interaction with your channel, and all interactions are good. So the more interactions you have, the more viewers you get, the more likely YouTube is to send out your videos for other people to watch. And that's including if you get a thumbs down. So, yep. Yep, Space Windu is absolutely right there. But at any rate, I got to cut this thing short because I got to go help cook dinner and get clear from that so I can watch Space Windu's video on building a lightsaber blade and the cost involved. So thank you everybody for tuning in. And this video was really for Eric Sarmiento and Tony Tseng, and out there in the Far East. But hopefully they get a chance to see this video and know that their sabers are all okay. And thank you everybody else for tuning in. And we'll see y'all on Monday. See you guys on Monday. So see y'all later.
Thank you everybody for watching as usual. I really appreciate y'all tuning in on my channel. And as always,